Iphis and Ianthe. Now once upon a time in Festos town, not far from royal Knossos, lived a man, Ligdus by name, of humble family, free born but hardly known, nor did his purse surpass his pedigree, though none could blame his life or probity. His wife was soon to bear a child, and when her time was near, he spoke a word of warning. In my prayers I ask two things, that your delivery be swift and easy, and the child you bear may be a boy. Girls are more burdensome, and fate denies our means. If, heaven forbid, the babe should chance to be a girl, she must, it breaks my heart to say it, oh, may love of kith and kin forgive me, she must die. Their cheeks were wet with streaming tears, both his who gave the dire decree, and hers who heard. Yet Telethusa begged him, begged again, and prayed her husband not to have her hopes. In vain. Ligdus's resolve was steadfast. Now the time was ripe, the weight within her womb she scarce could carry, when, as midnight came, she saw before her bed, or seemed to see as in a dream, great Isis with her train of holy deities. Upon her brow there stood the crescent moon horns, garlanded with glittering heads of golden grain, and grace of royal dignity. And at her side the baying dog Anubis, dappled Apis, sacred Bubastis, and the god who holds his finger to his lips for silence sake. Osiris too, for whom the endless search is never satisfied, and holy timbrels and foreign snakes whose venom soothes to sleep. Now she seemed wide awake, and what she saw as clear as day. And then the goddess spoke. My Telethusa, whom I count among my faithful, lay your carking cares aside, play false your husband's order. When the toils of birth are done, be sure you rear the babe, whatever it shall be. I answer prayers. I am the goddess of good hope. I help in time of need. You never shall complain you worshipped an ungrateful deity. Her guidance given, she vanished from the room. With happy heart the Cretan girl rose up and held her hands towards the stars, and prayed the promise of her vision might prove true. Her pains increased, her burden forced itself to birth. A girl was born, unknown to Ligdus, and Telethusa bade them tend the boy. Trust hid the truth, and no one knew the trick except the nurse. The father paid his vows and named the child after its grandfather, Iphis, a name that gave its mother joy. It meant no fraud. It could be a girl or boy. So the long lie that love began lay hid. She dressed her as a boy, and whether judged as boy or girl, the child was beautiful. Time rolled apace, and 13 years passed by. And then her father found Iphis a bride, Telestes' charming daughter, golden-haired Ianthe, highest praised of all the girls of Festos for her dower of loveliness. Equal in age they were, equal in looks, and both from the same masters had received the first instruction of their early years. And so it was that both their simple hearts love visited alike, and both alike were smitten. But their hopes, how different! Ianthe longed to fix the wedding day, to be a wife, and take to be her man, her Iphis, whom she took to be a man. Poor Iphis loved a girl, loving girl, and knew her love was doomed, and loved the more, almost in tears. What will become of me? She said, possessed by love unheard of, love so monstrous, so unique. If the gods mean to spare me, they should spare me. If they mean to ruin me, at least they should have sent some natural ill, some normal malady. Cows never yearn for cows, nor mares for mares. The ewe follows the ram, the hind her heart. So the birds mate, so every animal. A female never fires a female's love. Would I were not a girl, that Crete should lack no monstrous birth. The daughter of the sun once loved a bull, a female with a male. The madness of my love, if truth be told, is more than hers. At least her love had hope. At least her bull, tricked by that bogus cow, served her. She had a male to lead astray. Though all the skill and wisdom of the world were gathered here, though Daedalus himself flew back on wax-bound wings, what could he do? Could all the arts he learnt change me from girl to boy? Ianthe, could he alter you?